Hey guys, happy Monday. I think you're seeing this on Monday. Okay, we are all done with our finishing process.
So he's got the really glossy, and mine is the matte. I love the matte.
I love the gloss. We're a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, I guess. I don't know.
You're the country, I'm the rock and roll.
Yeah, definitely.
But you can really see, I'm going to come back around there and zoom in on all the little red resin parts that Eric has filled in. Mine, I didn't do that, but you can see the resin coming here and over here. So I'm going to come around there and zoom in and see if we can't get those. You can see them.
You know, one of the things that it said on the Lust, I believe it was, or maybe it was the matte or the satin finish.
Down a little bit, down.
Down this way.
That way.
Okay.
Ooh. I don't know if we can see that or not.
Oh, all of the little
Not
red.
Hold it up. I'm just trying to get around the glare, but I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah, if you guys go back and watch, I literally had the sawdust resin mix all over this thing. Because I tried to, and I did get down in the little tiny cracks and stuff,
Okay,
and that's what I wanted.
So we can see the edge of them.
Okay. Now the one thing that I didn't like on mine.
Too glary.
Oh. One thing I didn't like on mine is I did get quite a few drips on the side, and even though I sanded them down, I can still see where the drips were, and I don't really like that. But I would have been I would have been much more careful had I done it. The next time I will definitely be much more careful. Now, Vicki, I think you have.
I had 2 coats of the Gleam Gloss and then 2 coats of the Lust.
And I have, I think I've got about 6 coats of the gloss on here, because we had gotten some feedback from Total Boat that said to no more than 2 coats of your satin.
Matte.
Your matte. Is that what it is? Matte?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, again, I was about to say that it says that on the matte or the satin, it tends to bring out the depth of the grain, and I would agree with that. I think as much as I like the gloss, I think this actually maybe shows the grain a little bit better, but I like them both. I think they're great, although I think I won.
I like this one, the Lust, because you don't have to sand in between.
Yeah.
Within an hour, you can put on another coat.
Even though you only put 2 coats.
Only put 2 coats, and we did wait overnight just because of other things going, but
and I
really like it.
I did sand in between every coat on mine. The only thing that I'm not happy with on mine is I can see some of the drips, but once they're up, I may, mess with them and sand some of that down and recoat them once it's up. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So we are moving on to the installation. So we'll meet you on the porch. All right. So we are out here where we want our shelves to go. We got one already done. This one is Vicki's, and then and we decided to go with floating shelf brackets, which Vicki found on Amazon. So these are, you can get these in different lengths, and these are 8 inches. So they're buried in there, something like that. We wanted the longer ones to make sure that there was plenty of holding power. And let me tell you guys, this was so easy that I can't even believe it. It was just so stinking simple, right up until the point where I actually had to do it. Thinking about it was a breeze. Anyway, we have been we've been fooling with this thing for a couple hours probably. Anyway, something like that. This one is going to go much smoother, though. I am convinced.
I know the language is going to be much better.
Yeah, it will be, from what you guys hear. There might have been a word or two that was a little colorful, and I warned Vicki about it, not to do that, but she wouldn't listen to me. Anyway, so here's what we got. These are the screws that came with the deals, and I wasn't really comfortable with those. I want a little bit. We had I replaced them out. I think these are 1.25 inches, and I replaced them out with some 2-inch screws, drywall screws, or construction screws, whatever you want to call those. So what we did was we had to find at least one stud on each of them. So what I've done here's where the top of the shelf is going to be. This is where my stud is. I used my standard stud finder, which this thing works really well. So I use a stud finder. I found the stud. This is where I'm going to put one of the brackets, and then the other one is going to go over here. That's just going to be in the paneling, but it doesn't really matter as long as I got one of them on a stud. What am I forgetting? You can see it's fairly level, and so that worked out pretty well. It was the drilling of the holes that was the issue, but we'll get into that in a minute. First thing I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and get this one bracket up here. So I've got it marked. There's a mark right here. Okay, so that's where I want the center of my rod, basically, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to because I think that should be about, because it's going to be about 2 inches deep into the shelf. Yep. So that's going to be the top of the shelf, and then the bracket holes are going to go about 2 inches. These are about 3.5 inches. So it's a little past center, but that's all right. It'll be all right. And I felt like I missed the stud. So let's see how the other one works. These things, I wish these things were a little bit closer together, because they're about 1.25 inches, 1.125 inches, something like that. So let's hope that that this next one is actually on a stud. And they, the thing about the kit that Vicki bought, they actually supply a level and a tape measure, which is...
And the drill bit. Oh
yeah, and the big drill bit that we're going to be using. So... kind of hoping that this is not that critical as long as it's on the stud. Now my drill is way over there.
Oh, and you dropped it.
I dropped what?
You came down on your...
Oh yeah, of course I did. Fortunately I have a shelf. All right, what do I do with my...
In your pocket, front pocket.
Front pocket, yeah. There it is. Oh, I better not lose my sign skills, guys, because this is not my, I'm never going to make a living doing this stuff. All right. I'm sure you guys are probably screaming at the screen that I'm doing this the wrong way. Caught the stud there. Might have caught it there, actually. All right, let's see if we if this is gonna work. Even if it's not really level, it doesn't really matter as long as it's leveled up to the other rod. That's what really matters. Wow, the other one wasn't near that hard to get in. The other one went in a lot easier than that. How come? But it doesn't really matter as long as this is level to my next one. That's what really counts. I stink at this, guys, so I'm sure I'll get some... But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to level that up, take my next rod, and I know I want it right around, oh yeah, right around that area. So anyway, that is what I'm going to do, guys. And then once I'll go ahead and get this one up off camera. Then once this is up, then we'll come back and we'll work on the holes. We'll be right back. All right, so I've got my brackets up. Now the instructions say to set your shelf on top of the brackets and make your marks. Figure out or measure where your marks are going to be. So this is where I want the shelf to be. So I am measuring from the end of the shelf in, and it is 10 and 5/16. So that's 10 and 5/16. I'm going to come from this end, and then from that mark, I'm going to go center to center on the posts themselves, and that would be 10 and 1/16. So I'll make those marks, we'll come back and we'll do some drilling. So here's what we got. The kit that we ordered actually had 8 of these. So like I was telling Vicki, I'm so excited that I get to do this again sometime, which I will pick up the phone and hire somebody. Anyway, so what we had to figure out is make sure that we put these in an area that they didn't go past the edge, because I didn't want to drill obviously all the way through. So those are 8-inch rods, and this is the drill bit that they provided. So they provided those rods, they provided the drill bit, which is just the threads are just at 8 inches, which is cool. Don't have to wrap tape around it. And oh yeah, they also supplied a tape measure and that level. So it was pretty good kit. I don't know what it costs, but 50 bucks, something like that. Anyway, so we're all set if we ever want to do this again. No. Anyway, so here's the trick with this, guys, and those of you that have done this, is trying to keep this thing from wandering on you, because it has to be as square as possible. The cool thing is, this thing really drills well. It's an auger. Now see, I feel like I'm in there pretty straight, but I did last time too. Got it? I didn't go all the way in?
Nope.
Well, let's see if that rod goes in. Then we'll know for sure. Wow, that looks pretty flat. I think I might be actually. Flat. It looks pretty flat to me.
It's not flat.
I was talking about square-wise.
Oh.
I got a drill in my hand, chick. Just watch your attitude there. Got it. See?
There you go.
See, I know what I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. Oh my gosh.
We had you do mine on film.
Oh my God. Well, we got a long ways to go. We'll see. All right, guys, I'm going to try and attempt to do the same thing over there. Then we're going to see if it actually works. We'll be back. All right, guys, so we learned something from the first one that we did that was really, I mean, that one was a nightmare. And what we were doing with that one is literally, Vicki was holding it, was on the ground, and I was literally drilling straight down. Then I got the idea of bringing this out and drilling vertical. So that is, no, that's horizontal. Excuse me, horizontal. Vertical is straight up and down. I get confused with that, guys, obviously. But anyway, so we had to open this hole up just a little bit, but the other one, man, we really had to work on that other one to get it to go.
The other shelf.
The other shelf, yeah. We probably re-drilled that thing or opened those holes up a dozen times at least. It was only like 2 on this time. And so there they are. And say hello to my little friend. Anyway, this thing made me feel like Tony Montana a little bit. Anyway. Tony Montana was the one that said that, the character in Scarface played by Al Pacino.
Scarface,
yeah, well, you knew what that quote was, though.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, all right. But there they are, guys. That is it. And I haven't put the level on there, but I think that should be fairly level. Let's hope you guys will see it. It's pretty close. I'm feeling pretty good about that. They're both pretty level. They're centered in between the posts. Yeah, I think we're ready to put some plants or drills on them or something. I don't know. But
I'll get them all decorated up and then we'll show you more.
Yeah. All right, that is it, boys and girls. We are done. This was, I don't know how long this video is, but we got them all done and the installation is done. You guys will see those in the near future with stuff on them, whatever Vicki wants to put up there. And I actually learned a lot about this process. But that first one was a nightmare. It was crazy. There was expletive deleted going all. They were flying everywhere.
It's a good thing I said
yeah,
we should do one first.
It was crazy. All right, so that is it, guys. Thanks so much. If you have questions on this, then write somebody else because I don't know. But you guys kind of saw the process. It's tricky. And the thing when you've got a router or a drill bit that long, if you're off just slightly, man, by the time you get to the bottom of the hole, it's off a lot. But that second one went much, much better. So we will see you guys on the next one. We would love it if you haven't subscribed yet. We'd love for you to subscribe and click that little bell icon so you get notified when we do new videos, which is we post videos every day nowadays. So we're over on Facebook under my name, Eric Roten, or Dave Signs, both Facebook pages. Instagram, Make a Wood Sign. And if you have any questions, eric@makeawoodsign.com. I'm out of breath. I need a nap. So we'll see you next time, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.